Hello everyone, I'm Ben, welcome back to TechBlock. Today we're doing episode 3 of Setup Block. If you'd like your setup to be featured on the show, be sure to read the submission instructions that are in the description of the video. And if you see any products that you like in the setups I'm about to feature, I've left dozens of links in the description down below for you. As always, massive shout out to TechSource as well as Random Frank P for inspiring me to make my own setup review show. But with all that said, let's jump straight into episode 3 of Setup Block. The first setup comes from Lee. He is 23 years old, living in London. He's an IT support engineer and his primary use for his setup is gaming on his PC and his two consoles. He's done a fantastic job cable managing the entire setup. There's not a single cable in sight, well except from that mouse wire, but at least he's drilled multiple holes in his IKEA mom desk to run the rest of the cables through. For his peripherals, he's mainly stuck to Razer. He's got the Razer Black Widow X Chroma keyboard and a Razer Naga Chroma mouse sitting on top of the Razer Firefly mousepad. He also has two SCUF controllers, one for his PS4 and one for his Xbox. He's got quite a few LED strips in his setup as well, beneath his desk, behind his monitors, and behind his wall-mounted Sony Bravia 55-inch 4K smart TV as well. And he's run the HDMI cable from his TV to his PS4 underneath the carpet to maintain his fantastic cable management job. You can also see on this TV that he's listening to a Juice WRLD song right there from his new album. Very, very good stuff there. I love his music as well. For his monitors, the one on the left is an Acer Predator 27-inch monitor, and the one on the right is a HP Envy 27S 4K monitor that he uses for his PS4 Pro or his PC. Both monitors are also VESA mounted to a Von House dual monitor arm. Oh, and there's even a wireless charging pad beside his monitor arm for his iPhone X. Taking a look at his PC, he's got an i7-8700K CPU, an Asus GTX 1080 Ti graphics card, 32GB of Corsair Vengeance RGB RAM, and all of his components are sitting inside of the Cooler Master H500P PC case that seems to be quite popular, as I've seen that case multiple times in the few setups that I've actually reviewed on the show so far. He has a pretty cool setup, an absolute beast of a PC, and the entire setup is just very well cable managed, but I feel like you definitely need to add a few more things to your desk as it does look quite empty. Perhaps like a soundbar, a pair of speakers, an Amazon Echo, an Elgato Stream Deck, a fake plant, anything really. But yeah, you can check him out on YouTube. He has a channel with around 75,000 subscribers, I think. I'll leave a link to the channel in the description down below in case you're interested. But apart from that, dude, thank you for submitting your setup to the show. Let's take a look at the next one. The next setup comes from Lewis, and holy crap, dude. This setup is insane. Look at the size of the speakers that you have in your setup. I can't even imagine how loud these things are. Like, damn, dude. But if you haven't noticed already, this entire episode is going to be like Razer-themed setups. So the next episode will most likely be like either Corsair themed setups or like Logitech themed setups, you know. I'm gonna try to like stick to themed episodes from now on. Let me know what you think of that idea in the comments section down below. Is it a good idea? Is it a bad idea? Let me know. But let's continue on taking a look at Lewis's setup here. For his peripherals, he's mainly stuck to Razer. He's got the Razer Black Widow keyboard from 2013 paired with a Razer Death Adder 2013 mouse. He's got the Razer Siren microphone mounted above his monitors there on a monitor arm there. Very, very nice. And then for his monitors, he's got three Acer 1080p IPS 21.5-inch monitors, and he's overclocked every single one of them to 75 Hz, dude. That's pretty cool. And then even has a 36-inch wall-mounted Panasonic TV over on the left-hand side of his room. The entire desk is kind of like custom built with a bunch of IKEA parts. For his tabletop, I believe he's using an IKEA Linmon black and brown 200x60cm like tabletop, and then he's got two IKEA Alex drawers as well. Damn, like this setup looks crazy, dude. I believe you've got some kind of like shelf unit that you also got from IKEA to hold up all your monitors up there. Then you've got just crazy speakers. For those massive speakers there, the gigantic like ones that are sitting on the floor there are the Monitor Audio Bronze 6, and the ones on the little shelf on his table are the Monitor Audio Bronze 2. And those speakers are extremely expensive. You may think that the setup's primary use is gaming, but it's actually being used more of like a workstation, as Lewis is currently a student in games design and he's focusing mostly on architectural visualization for games design, I guess, which is pretty cool, dude. Best of luck to you in the rest of your course, I guess. For his PC that he's planning on upgrading in early 2019, he currently has an i7-4770K CPU overclocked to 4.2 GHz, 24GB of DDR3 RAM running at 2000 MHz, an EVGA GTX 970 graphics card Superclock Edition, and that's all sitting inside of an unknown case because I didn't include a case there. But your entire PC is pretty similarly spec'd to mine really. I've also got an i7-4770 CPU and a GTX 970 as well. And I'm planning on upgrading my PC pretty soon as well. Not too sure when exactly, as upgrading a PC is goddamn expensive, but I'm planning on upgrading mine too. To improve this setup, I'm definitely looking to kind of cable managing it a lot better, as there are cables running across your entire desk. You can definitely see some cables running down the wall there from, I believe, your monitors and stuff. I think investing in longer HDMI and power cables for each of your monitors and just running the cables not down your wall but like against something or behind an object so you don't actually see the cable would definitely help the cable management situation. I do see that you are using an IKEA Signum rack to hold up your power strip, as well as tons of cables and power adapters and stuff up there, but I think there is definitely some room for improvement, and there's even a few cables running down the wall from his TV. Now, what he could do there is either pick up a cable trunking kit to hide those cables inside of, or pick up white cables instead to make them kind of blend into the wall instead of them being black, and just like, you know, the contrast there between the wall and the cable is quite extreme. You can really see the cable sticking out there. But apart from that, he has an absolutely awesome setup. A lot of things going on here, Halo posters everywhere, just a little bit of cable management work needed here and there. But apart from that, thank you very much, Lewis, for submitting your setup. Let's take a look at the next one. The next setup comes from Mateo. He's from Croatia, 15 years old, and the primary use for his setup is gaming and schoolwork. I hope I pronounced your name correctly as well there. For your peripherals, you've mainly stuck to Razer. You have the Razer or NASA Chroma keyboard, the Razer Mamba Tournament Edition mouse, sitting on top of the SteelSeries Quick, a heavy mouse pad, and then you've even got a Razer Kraken neon orange headset, which looks more like a red headset rather than orange, but you know, whatever. For his PC, he has the Intel Core i3 6100 CPU running at 3.7 GHz, 8 GB of single channel RAM, a NVIDIA GTX 750 Ti 2GB card, and all those components are sitting inside of the Cooler Master CMP 350 PC case. I'd love to tell you what desk he has in his setup, but unfortunately he doesn't know, and nor do I, as he bought the desk from someone else, I guess, for 40 euros, as it was a little bit damaged, I suppose. But the desk actually looks pretty good. I mean, you got a decent deal there, I guess, for 40 euros. He has a 24.5-inch AOC monitor, a Microsoft Live Cam on top of the monitor as well, and on his desk he also has a fake plant and some sort of table lamp there as well over on the left hand side. And what I found very interesting is that above all of your setup, you've got some crazy pictures here. You've got like Razer, I think some stuff from League of Legends, a gigantic like RGB Razer logo in the center of it all. You seem to really love Razer, as you've framed Razer logos above your setup and stuff. It looks pretty cool. In terms of cable management for the setup, you've done a pretty good job. All your monitor cables are running down behind your monitor stand. There's no real cables in sight thanks to your desk having that little compartment there behind it. And I believe you might have also drilled a hole for your keyboard, or I think you might have routed the keyboard wire beside your mouse pad as well as your monitor stand. So fantastic job there, cable managing everything quite nicely. But in terms of actually improving the setup, I think what would look pretty cool, and it would add a lot to your like red theme, I suppose, is either picking up like a red extended mouse pad, maybe the Razer Goliathus Chroma one, or just like a Razer Firefly mouse pad, set all that to red and stuff, and I think it would look pretty cool in your setup. You could also maybe add NZXT's ambient lighting kit behind your monitor. I think that would look pretty cool. I'll leave a link in the description to that product down there. But apart from that, Mateo, you have a pretty cool setup. Best of luck to you upgrading it in the future, as it is kind of on a budget right now, but you've done a very, very good job cable managing the setup, and it looks pretty cool, dude. That's going to be it for today's video. All the products that you've seen in today's episode are going to be linked in the description down below. I'm going to probably spend the next hour or two making every single link for every single product that's been featured using Genius links as always. So thank you very much for watching. Be sure to read the submission instructions down below if you do want to be featured on the show in the future. And by the way, I get tons of questions every time, like when's the next Setup Block episode going live? This is a monthly series. I post one episode on the 1st of every single month. So apart from that, thank you very much for watching as always, and I hope to see you in another one soon. Goodbye.